Hey there, Drew Canole, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm so grateful you're here. In a moment, I want to reveal to you how these fruits and vegetables absolutely changed my life a little over 2.5 years ago, and from that have changed and transformed thousands of people's lives all over the country by utilizing the power of juice. Now, there's a lot of myths and misconceptions when it comes to juicing. A lot of people think, should I juice fruit? I'm going to gain weight. I have diabetes. All these other things start popping up in their head, and they don't necessarily know the exact way to do it. So I'm going to dispel some myths in a moment, and I'm actually going to tell you my personal story, how I went from over 20% body fat down to sub 7% in just 90 days by utilizing this very, very powerful force. You see, when I look at this, I see some of my best friends here. These guys, this is a pharmacy, not a pharmacy that you go in CVS and get a prescription. A pharmacy starting with the letter F. You go to the farm to get this, and it can completely transform your life. Not just from a physical sense, but from a mental and emotional sense too. I believe that all psychological and physical situations that you're dealing with can be solved when we start tweaking the inside. And that's what the power of juicing fruits and vegetables can do for you. I also believe that our farm system and the way that food is processed in America today is lacking a lot of the vital enzymes, nutrients, amino acids, and the things that are so vitally important to making you a healthy human being are missing from the very food that we put in our body. People say you are what you eat. I don't believe that. I believe you are what you absorb. There's so many gut situations out in America today where people have gut problems. They're not absorbing the right amount of food. So I believe juicing can help you remedy that. It can help take care of all of those situations. As an athlete, it can help you with optimal performance. It can put you in a peak state. They're now relating it in the past year's Olympics that beet juice is actually a performance enhancer. And that's just a simple root vegetable. So if beets can do that, let me ask you, what can lemons do? What can apples do? What can this ginger sitting right here do? So we're going to get into some of the qualities of all of these things in a second here. But let me bring you back to about 2.5 years ago when I was struggling, when I was lazy, when I had no purpose for my own life, when I just really didn't feel like waking up in the morning. And how did my life radically change? So when you look at me, you notice that I'm not fat. I'm definitely not sick, and I'm not nearly dead. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be fat, sick, or nearly dead to reap the benefits of juicing fruits and vegetables. If you've seen some of my videos online, you probably know that I'm a transformation coach. My primary job is to fly around the country, give webinars and speeches, and help people come to the realization that they are amazing, that they have this ability within themselves to transform into something that they didn't think they could do. My role is to basically clean the mirror off and let them see that perfect reflection, right? So how did all this start? People ask me all the time, they're like, Drew, why juicing? Why is this the first step in the protocol after, traveling to all these people's homes? And it's because about 3 years ago, I had a good friend, Mark, came to me, and he presented a little mason jar, similar to the one that you guys see right here. And it actually was green juice. He handed it to me. He said, Drew, I want you to drink this. And at the time I was, over 20% body fat, out of shape. I worked out in the gym every day for 2 hours. I was eating all the wrong types of food for my body. But I was just lethargic, lazy. I had no real purpose for life, and I didn't know what to do. So I drank this green drink, and when I drank the green juice, I noticed my mood kind of lighten up. I became instantly, I had more energy. And it wasn't the energy that you get, real quick and then it just crashes. It was energy throughout the whole entire day. So I'm like, well, if this green drink did this for me, who was somebody that was already in decent shape, I wasn't insanely out of shape or anything like that. I'm like, what could it do for me if I was to become strict with it? If I was to actually bring it in part of my life and juice the right things that were for my body, what could it do? So I started doing it. Within a period of 90 days, I went from over 20% body fat down to sub 7%. I started taking it serious. And about 2 years ago, I started posting every single juicing video that I could imagine. Every single time I was in the kitchen, I grabbed my juicer, started making videos for you guys, and hopefully you've seen some of those. And I realized that this is the most important thing in the transformation protocol in the beginning. Why is it the most important thing, and why do you really need to be listening to this right now? Well, number one, your body is loaded with toxins. I mean, we go outside, there's xenoestrogens, all these pollutants in the air that we breathe, and the skin, lotion that we put on our faces, the conditioner that we put in our hair, the stove, the pans that we cook with. These toxins are everywhere. What do these toxins do? Well, they store themselves in your cells in your body, right? Unless we do something to cleanse. And when they store themselves in their body, it causes inflammation. Well, as we know, inflammation is at the heart of the obesity epidemic. People aren't really obese just because they're, eating too much. It's because they're inflamed. It's because they're eating things that cause their bodies to be acidic. They're eating things that cause their bodies to go into a state of disease. And that's why people are dying left and right. That's why the child obesity epidemic is so large that this is the first time ever in history that kids aren't going to live as long as their parents unless we change. And I believe this is the conduit to change. But I also believe that you need to know how to do this. And that's why I'm a coach when it comes to the powers of juicing. And that's why we've created Juice Up Your Life, this system. First, I want to address some people that are just getting started, that are maybe thinking, is this really the right method for me? You've seen all these marketing campaigns online, offline, on TV, these late night infomercials, these pills, powders, and potions, and it can be confusing. And maybe you're the person that has tried diet program after diet program and have failed over and over and over again. Well, this is different because this is Mother Nature. Mother Nature is very intelligent. All of these vegetables and fruits have signs. And if we trace it back thousands of years before there was even medicine to begin with, we used to use this as medicine. Really cool stuff, right? So let's take this as an example. The ginger root. If you look at it, it looks like a small intestine, right? And it's a very warming root. And it flushes out, oddly enough, because it looks like the small intestine, it actually helps press out toxins out of your bowels, out of your digestion, everything else. So they use this all the time. People are getting sick, they make ginger tea. There's all types of uses for ginger. And if ginger does this, what else do some of these other vegetables do, like bitter melon? If you research this online, it's been shown to remedy diabetes, okay? So here it is. I'm guessing you have a lot of this stuff in your fridge right now that you're probably not using or even looking at it like it can do some of these things. You may notice when you look on my counter that I have a lot more vegetables than I do fruit. I'm into juicing mainly vegetables. And there's a big difference between that. When you juice vegetables, you're actually getting all the benefits, all the phytonutrients, all the enzymes that are deep within these things. There's people that start a protocol and they start juicing fruit right away and then they wonder why they didn't lose any weight. That's because they're juicing mainly fruit. So the next question I get is, if I only juice and all that pulp comes out the back, don't I lose all the fiber, and isn't the fiber good for me? It absolutely is. And I believe blending and making green smoothies has its place. Okay, I have a blender in my kitchen. I call it the queen of the kitchen. And I have my juicer, which is the king of the kitchen. Plus, the amount of nutrients that you get from a juice as opposed to a smoothie is incomparable. Let's talk about a juice, what it does, okay? So you drink the juice, it goes through your mouth, down your esophagus, into your stomach, into your large intestine, small intestine, goes through your liver and into your bloodstream within about 15 minutes, which is incredible. So once it hits your bloodstream, it's like a pickup truck backing up to those individual cells. Those cells are like power plants. That pickup truck's delivering the power, the ATP, the energy, the lifeblood of all those cells. That's what juicing does. So in 15 to 20 minutes, bam, you have your energy, right? That's what juicing does. When you drink a green smoothie, you drink it, it goes down, your body has to break apart all of that fiber. It has to rip it apart. And in the process, it's getting some of the nutrients, but some of it's going to waste because the body's trying to differentiate between the fiber and the extra nutrients that it needs for the individual cells. That is why juicing is used in a lot of these integrative health institutes. I've traveled around the world for the past couple of years. I was just in Sanoviv, an integrated health institute. One of the biggest things that they use in all of their protocols in the beginning, that anybody comes to them after they've been turned down from Western medicine and have been told, you know what, radiation isn't working anymore. You're going to have to explore other options. So in Sanoviv, they start them on a juice protocol, and what happens? More often than not, it starts to turn around. They start to feel better. They start to get their energy back. It's because that pickup truck is backing up to the power plant, giving those cells the energy that they need. Now, if it does that for somebody that's chronically ill, what do you think it does for somebody like me? Somebody like you that's watching this video, that isn't chronically ill, that's sitting there, that wants more performance, that wants more energy, that wants to get the body, the physique that they know that they have, that they haven't been able to get their whole entire life, and it's been holding them back from having that upper echelon of confidence at work, at business, with your family, those deeper, passionate relationships that we're all looking for. You know, that connection, that thing that we can do with our kids in the kitchen, you know, our families. We can bring them into the kitchen, we can prepare juice together and give this green cup of love to our family and really enjoy it because we know that we're doing something that is amazing for ourselves, for those individual cells. If we can give those individual cells exactly what they need on that very individual level, then our body will be so much better. All right, so the next big thing people ask me all the time is they're like, Drew, do you just juice? They see my before and after pictures. You know, they see the transformations that we're doing. All of these people that we post, every single day we're posting new transformations that have gone through the juicing protocols and the systems that we've created at Juice Up Your Life. And they really think that these people are just juicing. That's not it at all. We line up a system that's easy to follow, that understands your metabolic type and gives you the specific grocery list that you need every single week to feed those cells. Not just the juice, but the actual right kind of food. And that's important. Not only the right kind of food, but how much of the right kind of food should you be eating per your given body type. Now, if you really want to hear about some of the benefits of a juice fast and how to do it, I'll tell you a little bit about it, okay? We've created this system called the Alpha Reset. It's a 5-day protocol. It's the same transformation protocol that I do with all of my high-end clients, and it has very transformative properties. So it doesn't matter if they're 100 pounds overweight, 200 pounds overweight, or if they're just trying to lose the last 10 pounds. What it does is it strips out the xenoestrogens and all the pollutants out of your body, which is completely amazing. The reason I love juice fasting so much is because your body starts to recognize food as energy. Most people look at food as food. You know, they go to the bakery and they see donuts, their mouth starts to water, they eat it, and they're still hungry. You know, people are chronically starved in America because they're eating empty calories. You have a juice, it's about 140, 180 calories, but you're not hungry afterward because nutritionally you're getting all of the nutrients that your body needs. That's what it is. So a juice fast, when you drink, 5 to 6 juices a day, green juices every single day for a period of 4 to 5 days after the Alpha Reset, what it does is it resets your system. So if you're trying to lose weight, it sets you up on better terms to lose weight. If you're trying to gain muscle, it sets you up to gain more solid lean muscle. Now obviously, it's not just juicing greens. There's a lot of different things that you can add to your juice, and we get into that in the Juice Up Your Life system. Well, what is it? And what can it do for you more importantly? And how can it transform your life? Real simple and easy. I have over 100 recipes that are specifically designed to target those problem areas that you have, to flush out those xenoestrogens in your body, those toxins that we talked about. You're gonna get a specific, customized nutrition plan. Now, when I say customized, I mean we're actually gonna test you. We're gonna look at your metabolic type. We're gonna see what type of food your body breaks down the easiest. Next up, you're gonna get the accountability log and tracking sheet. As your coach, I want to make sure that you're doing the right things, which is exactly why you're getting the accountability log. And we can look at it. We're going to track it. We're going to make sure that you're doing every single thing that you need to do to be successful on this program. The last thing I want you to do is move forward and add this to your cart if you're not going to take it serious, if you're not going to track it, if you're not going to really follow through and have a transformation. You're also going to get the outside shopper's guide. You see a lot of people go to the grocery store, they have no idea how to shop. And if you're one of those people, if you're going to the grocery store, you're sidetracked by all those little things that are hanging off the shelves, you're going down the middle aisle and buying all the processed foods, I'm gonna teach you how to read the labels. We're gonna give you the new lean cookbook. We're actually gonna give you recipes that you can make after you come off the juice cleanse. Things that you can be eating, things that you can make for your family, things that are fun to make in the kitchen that you can incorporate the kids with as well. You're gonna get lifetime access to fitlife.tv. You're gonna get the weekly food system. Now this shows you exactly how to set up your week pre-fast, if you wanted to do a juice fast in the protocol, and then afterwards as well, so you know exactly. There's nothing that can hold you back when you're given this system. You're also going to get 6 HD videos that break down the whole entire process. So there's no way that you can fail when you watch these videos. Watch these videos and you will definitely succeed when it comes to your transformation. We're going to break down and form new habits. And when we can do that, that's what transforms your life. You see, a lot of these programs that are out there today will transform you short term, but you'll go right back to the way that you once were. And that starts with your mind, which is exactly why we're going to incorporate the Whitening process. The Whitening is basically forming your why around your identity, making it strong enough to really stick with the transformation process on the psychological level. And that's what's important about the Juice Up Your Life system as well. See, when you came here, you probably thought this was all about juice. Maybe you even thought that I was trying to sell you a juicer. That's not it at all. This is a tool, one tool that you can use in your toolbox for your transformation process. And inside it, I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom to truly make a lifelong transformation. All right, so what does all this mean to you? When you move forward with a system like this, what does it do? Well, first off, it saves you time. I believe that hiring a coach in anything that I do is the shortcut to really getting radical results quickly. So I'm here to save you a bunch of time. Secondly, I'm here to save you a lot of money. Let's face it, organic vegetables aren't cheap. You want to know exactly what to do. And at the end of this, I'm actually going to save you more money on your weekly grocery bills than you're paying right now with our food saver system. So I'm saving you money, I'm saving you time, I'm going to add years to your life. Not me personally, but you're going to do it when you start following some of these protocols inside this system. I'm also going to remove all frustration and confusion so that you can actually spend time doing what you love to do, hanging out with your family, hanging out with your friends, doing the things that you love to do as opposed to researching all this stuff. Analysis paralysis can only get you so far, but when you take action and move forward with the Juice Up Your Life system, I want to remove all of that analysis paralysis so that you can truly get results that speak volumes for themselves. How would you like to walk into a room and have every single person in that room turn their head and wonder how you did it? And walk up to you throughout all the night, maybe you're at a dinner party, and say, you know what? You look different. Something has changed with you. Can you tell me a little bit about that? This is the reality of what happened to me over 2.5 years ago, and this is the reality that's happening to every single one of our transformation clients all over the globe.
Let's just meet a few of them right now.
I started juicing in late January of this year, and I did it because I have osteoarthritis of both my knees, and I wasn't able to fully function with my legs as far as walking, standing, and I was in a wheelchair.
My whole life I've been overweight, so I've been pushed around, bullied, It's still a sensitive subject.
I had inflammation in the sternum and the ribs area, and then a side effect called pleurisy, which is the inflammation of the lung.
We just decided we wanted to get healthy. Basically, my husband and I were doing this together and decided, we needed to change our bodies and our foods that we were eating.
Well, I was over in Tampa, Florida, running my own company, and I had an employee come to me, and he had this green liquid. He looked at me, he said, "Drew, I want you to try this." I drink it, and what I really noticed about it was the energy. So I knew I had to start juicing right away.
I started walking within 5 days. I got fully off crutches, and I started going downstairs much more easier. And I also lost a good 15 pounds within like a week and a half.
Ever since I started juicing, I've lost a lot of weight. I lost 110 pounds. I don't have diabetes anymore. I am cured of, I'm almost cured of my acne. I have an abundance of energy when I work out because of juicing.
I had started to look into juicing, and so I started looking into, what could I do to get rid of inflammation in my body, and so it took about 3 years to get my costochondritis under control, but I finally did it.
We've seen a lot of energy increase for both of us. Got to the point where if we didn't juice one day, we would be feeling a little off. It gave us such a sensation. It was really kind of hard to describe. When you drink the vegetables like that, it just goes through you so quickly that you're like, wow, I kind of feel a little itchy, a little buzzy, and it was good. You know, it definitely gave a little pep.
I went from over 18% body fat down to sub 7% in about 90 days. Documented the whole entire thing, put it all over YouTube, on Facebook, and eventually people started asking me. They're like, Drew, how did you transform? What in the world did you do? I want to look like I'm on the cover of a magazine too.
You know what? I still get that a lot right now. People who don't know my experience from before. Sometimes they're like, I want to see pictures. You want to see, you know, evidence. I do have pictures, and there's people who have known, you know, me through the whole ordeal, and they are just amazed at the contrast of the transformation. And you know, evidence is right here. I'm walking proof of it.
Juicing has just changed my life. It's made me a better person. I used to have I used to be depressed, and with juicing, since it's giving me all this energy and motivation to go up in my day, I'm not as sad as I used to be. So juicing, not only does it have my health benefits, but just it changed me personally. So it made me a better person, made me a better me.
You know, costochondritis, pretty much they tell us it never goes away, but it's, for the most part, it's gone for me now.
I feel juicing is probably the best. I mean, it's hard to describe until you take a glass of it and it goes through your body so quickly and hits your bloodstream that you really feel a jolt. I mean, it really gives you a push, and you're like, this is kind of weird, but it's good. I mean, it's natural, so you know, it's something that I've really liked a lot.
So I like to look at transformation as a gift. It's something that once you receive it yourself, you want to share it with the world. You want everybody to experience it, right? Kind of like enlightenment or other things that you can experience that you absolutely fall in love with.
So now you may be wondering, how much will it cost to get your hands on and move forward with the Juice Up Your Life training program? First, take a look at what you're getting here. You're getting 8 training videos on how to juice, how often to juice, what to use for your juices, and how to continue eating after your juice cleanse for a complete body transformation. Plus 5 PDF downloads, which include the Juice Up Your Life ebook worth $37, grocery guides, and recipes, and 3 powerful bonuses, including the Mindset for Fitness Success, the $2 juicer solution, which will save you an average of $400 alone, and 15 bonus videos of additional tips and tricks. If you add these up, we're talking about $437 worth of training that you're getting here, and I'm talking way more. Also understand the years it took me to figure out this stuff to change my whole entire life and my body. And not to mention the thousands of dollars I spent on workshops for success, mindset, fitness, and health, as well as books and other programs. And the tons more money I spent trying out different foods and diets to help create this program. Now you could do the same thing and go out and try to figure it out on your own. Or simply look online for some juicing videos and experiment for months trying to figure out which juices are the best to drink for your particular body type. Or you could really shortcut the process and hire me as your one-on-one coach and trainer, where I'll guide you step by step over the phone almost every day and even make trips out to your city to personally coach you and keep you on track, in which case you'd pay me upwards of $10,000 for a 90-day coaching program. And considering you'll become a totally new person mentally, emotionally, energetically, and physically after I'm done with you, it'll be worth it for you to spend that much or even more. So it's fair to say that the Juice Up Your Life training course is worth thousands of dollars. But I'm not going to ask you to invest nearly that amount. I want to give you instant access to the entire Juice Up Your Life system today for just $97. If you do the math, that's equivalent to just $3.23 a day for 30 days, which is about what you'll spend on a cup of coffee at Starbucks every morning on your way to work. So this program is actually going to help put more money in your pocket in the long run and get a much sexier, fitter body in the process. That's a double win for you. And not only that, I'm going to give you my ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee, plus my 30-day free consultation challenge. If, for whatever reason, you're not happy or satisfied with the Juice Up Your Life program, just shoot us an email at support@juiceupyourlife.tv and I'll refund you 100% of the money that you paid, no questions asked. And on top of that, you can take my 30-day challenge where you either see a fitter and better you with less weight and lower body fat using the Juice Up Your Life program, or I'll give you a free 30-minute phone consultation to help you break free of any challenges with your fitness so you can get the body that you want. I'm taking on all the risk here and making it a total win-win for you because I know this is going to give you the body that you want. So go ahead and click the Add to Cart button below and get started. Today will be the beginning of a new journey for you, one that will be rewarding for your body, your mind, your abs, your love life, your career, and your overall happiness. You're one click away from finally seeing what you always wanted to see in the mirror every morning with your shirt off.
After this transformation happens, and we're sitting here having the green drink, you're going to say, Drew, I'm excited because I have people all over me in my own life that want to transform and go through exactly what you taught me. I promise you that. I know it 100%. Without a doubt, you're going to be emailing me after you move forward with this system. You say, Drew, how can I play a part in this? How can we transform 1 million lives together? I know it. So I'm looking forward to that day. So move forward right now, $97. It's a really good deal for this, you guys. I like to say it's basically free because you can either pay for your health now or you pay for sickness later. And that's powerful. You know, a lot of people, they don't want to buy the organic vegetables. They don't want to buy the Juice Up Your Life system. They want to stay where they are because it's cheap today. But what you fail to see is that sickness is a whole lot more expensive. So I just want you to know that. So move forward with the Juice Up Your Life system today. Drew Canole, you can get it for $97. It's download instant access. You can actually pull it up on your iPad, on your computer, everywhere else, you get access to it. You're also going to get access to me via email. So if you have any questions whatsoever throughout the process, as your coach, I'd be happy to answer those. Drew Canole, remember, we're in this together. I'll see you soon.